Local talent is getting a boost from Broadway in an upcoming performance of The Lion King Jr. Here to tell us about it is the program's director and several performers. First of all, Ulysses Owens Jr., artistic director at the arts nonprofit Don't Miss a Beat. Welcome back, Ulysses.
Glad to be here always.
We're also joined by Greenwood School senior Jay Ricca, who plays Simba.
Hi.
Hey, Jay, nice to have you. Isaiah Mack, sophomore at Douglas Anderson, and who plays Scar in the performance.
Hello.
Hey, Isaiah. And Paxson senior Mckinley Taylor, lead dancer who plays a lioness. Welcome, McKinley.
Thank you.
So I'm going to start actually with you, Ulysses. You were recently selected one of the 30 artists named to Jacksonville's Walk of Fame. Congrats.
Thank you, man. I'm so honored. I have such a love affair with the city of Jacksonville. It launched me, and it still holds me, my son, my family, and this organization. So I'm very honored.
And this organization is the brainchild of your family. You, of course, came to music as a 2-year-old, as a drummer. You went to Douglas Anderson.
Yes.
You went to Juilliard. You've won now Grammys. But don't miss a beat is really kind of the heart and soul of your work. I mean, bringing along young people who may not have other opportunities to get involved in the arts.
Yeah, I would say, first of all, our mission at Don't Miss a Beat is to enlighten and engage youth through musical theater and also community activities. And so, we started 18 years ago with really just seeking to be a bridge to a better life for youth. Now, within the last 7, 8 years, we've become a full production company, particularly focusing on musical theater, Broadway junior productions. Yes, it's my life's work, though I tour, travel, record, and all that. It means so much to me to have these incredible youth here because somebody did it for me.
Yeah, and so one of the artists that is part of this production is somebody that I'm guessing you know from your work on Broadway because you've been working on a Wonderful World, the Louis Armstrong musical.
Yes.
You're in the band,
Yes.
and Brett Sturgis is a performer.
Yeah, and so I was fortunate to make my Broadway debut October. Technically, we were in previews in November in the Louis Armstrong show. It was called by Branford Marsalis and David Lai, a wonderful contractor in Broadway. And so I was in that show playing drums until February. And then, I met Philip Boykin, who's a Grammy Award and Tony Award nominee. He's a great friend of mine, and he has a passion for youth because he also was a product of a program similar to Don't Miss a Beat, but in his hometown
Oh.
of Greenville, South Carolina.
And so he agreed to come down and participate.
So, Philip actually came down last year, and he just did a one-day workshop.
Okay.
This year, or even then, I said, hey, I want you on one of my shows. So literally, he's in Hadestown right now on Broadway. He took 2 days off from Broadway. He literally is flying in Wednesday morning to be with our kids and be on stage with them because he understands that impact of transferring really his artistry and his brilliance to our children on stage.
So McKinley, how is it for you as a performer? First of all, just kind of in this group and putting on this program, but also having this enormous talent coming down and sort of devoting their time and their hours to teaching you.
Yes, I am actually really excited to see that. When you're in the audience and you're seeing all these Broadway shows and you're seeing the people that are performing, you're like, oh my gosh. But having them actually come to be in the show, we can see like the background and they're just human, just like us. And we're just performing with them and seeing how they work and getting tips from them for like our future.
And you are a senior now.
Yes.
Is your plan to move into or to kind of stay in the field of musical theater?
Yes, it is actually. So being in this program is actually helping me and growing me so I'm able to be ready for what they have in the future.
Yeah. Isaiah, how did you get involved in Don't Miss a Beat?
I got involved through Mr. Owens.
Uh-huh.
So I went through one of his concerts at JU, and then he told me and my mom about Don't Miss a Beat.
What was your involvement in music or theater up to that point? Because you're a sophomore now at DA, right? At Douglas Anderson?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So my involvement, I was more into like the band side of things. And then Don't Miss a Beat helped me bring out like my singing voice and my acting.
And so did the group help you prepare to audition for DA? Is that something that they kind of helped you prepare to become a
Yes.
part of that program?
Yeah.
And if so, how? What did they do?
So we have one of our pianists, Mr. Royce. So we have a bunch of the artists and special artists and the staff there that they'll help us prepare for our auditions. So they helped me prepare for my audition for La Villa, and they also
Okay.
helped with DA.
Okay, so you went to La Villa as well. Um, and Jay, you play Simba, which is a name that we all kind of know from that show. First of all, how did you get the role, and what are you enjoying about this summer's production?
What I'm enjoying about this summer's production is just all the people who have been involved with it. It's definitely every day at the camp, it just feels entirely new with all this happiness and passion with everybody because everybody just loves doing what they want to do. And the funny thing is, I didn't want to be Simba at first. I wanted to
Why
be
why not?
I didn't know. I wanted to try the villain arc, so I tried being Scar, and after doing a little read-through with the girl who plays Nala, it really opened the door of what Simba could be and what I could bring to the table with Simba, and so thankfully, I was given the part of Simba, and because of that, I've just got to understand, like, all, like, the mental side of who he is and what he goes through to become, by the end of the show, almost a symbol of his father.
And how does having the involvement of Broadway performers with the group kind of does that what does that offer to you?
It just shows me that if I continue to work very, very hard, what I might become in the future. If I continue to always put like my best foot forward and always never like give up. If something gets hard, always continue it. I can possibly be just as good as these guest artists that they bring in.
Yeah. So Ulysses, remind us, I mean, who is kind of the target audience here in terms of your your program? Who are the kids that you're reaching out to?
So our program ages are offering are from 5 all the way up to 17. When I say 5, meaning the kid who's running around your house, acting like Jay, reciting lines to movies. They can't sit still because they're moving and dancing. They're going into characters over their pizza, right? That we want that baby because that baby will be one of these when they get older. For the middle-aged kids, we're looking at kids who are really creative and like I always say, one of the beautiful things about being an artist is that you find your tribe. So I always say that kid that's a little quirky, that's super artistic, musical, into movement, into acting. And then for the teens, same thing. They have a focus. Like I always tell people, music saved my life. It was the thing that gave me direction and it gave me a sense of purpose. And so that's what we're looking for. So if your child has any of those attributes, call 1-800 Don't Miss a Beat. But also just know that to be an artist or to become an artist doesn't mean you have to commit to it for the rest of your life. One of the things I tell people is that if you're an artist, it can contribute to a greater life in whatever you choose. So even if your child desires to be a lawyer or a doctor or, even what you're doing, Ann, right? Being able to have the opportunity to dance, also be an actor, learn how to present yourself, learning how to get into character, that translates into whatever. So if your child is interested in the arts, call us. And there's no program like Don't Miss a Beat simply because we bring Broadway to Jackson. It isn't just that we do musical theater, but we have Broadway artists that come here, work with the students, and we are year round. We have a wonderful summer camp and after school program. So I'm a bit biased, but meaning I designed the program around the deficiencies that existed in other local programs to say, hey, what are the things that we want? And the things that was missing was great programs exist here. However, that Broadway element, and it's also a consistent tie that we have and we will continue to have for the rest of our programs as existence.
I'm curious, McKinley, like what you see this helping you with. I mean, Ulysses sort of alluded to it, but in terms of just life skills, how you present yourself, how you interact with other
Yes.
people beyond the stage, how does being involved in musical theater help you develop?
Okay, so musical theater is where you're just like out there. So when I actually came into this program, I was quiet. When I auditioned, I was singing like shyly behind my mom. And I think as I was in the program, I got to grow my voice. I got to be able to step out of my comfort zone, which is a big thing for musical theater. You want to step out into your comfort zone and you just want to go out there. Don't think, just go. So I think being in this program really helped me to just move. I'm always like staying to myself or staying behind somebody or hiding, but I think I was able to just go and explore and flourish myself.
And something that stays with you when you're off stage as well?
Yes,
Yeah.
actually, being able to, like, speak to you is, like, how they help me.
Yeah, a huge accomplishment, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Isaiah, you are the villain in this. What is fun about playing a villain, and kind of how do you develop that? You seem like such a nice kid.
Um, okay. So, like, to get into character, I'll, like, make myself mad
Uh-huh.
or, like, do something to make me mad or, like, but also, like, about playing the villain, I get all, like, the cool lines.
You get all the good lines. Yeah.
I was like, because I'm the antagonist, so I like that I get to play off of the actor I'm working with. So it's a communication thing.
Yeah. And do you still kind of relate to the musical side of it more than the theatrical side, or have you also branched out into that being
I
part of?
branched into the theatrical side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, just briefly, Jay, what do you think people who come see this performance will take away from it?
First off, I think when people come see the show, they're gonna be blown away with how just amazing these young adults are. How all of us, just because how Mr. Ulysses said, like we have like 5-year-olds doing this, and they're dancing like all these like amazing choreography. So I think people are just gonna be blown away by just the fact that a young child is doing this, and it's just for me. With all the shows seen, it's the singing that gets me. Like me and my mom, we love harmonies,
Mhm.
and when they do all these group numbers and that harmony hits, it's just you can't even tell that these are children. You just think these are adults. Like it's everybody is just so talented.
One thing that's really cool about this program and this production is it's actually going to be at the Ritz Theatre and La Villa
Yes.
Museum, and this is
Yes.
the first time that these productions are going to be there. But there's a a strong historical
Yes.
element to that.
Well, so we actually did our first musical theater show there years ago. However, what you're alluding to, this is our first season.
Okay.
So this is the first time at Don't Miss a Beat where we're actually presenting a season of shows. So we started in May with our cabaret. We have Lion King now, and then at the end of the year, we're going to have Sister Act. And again, Sister Act and Lion King both will have Broadway performers. But to your point, Ritz is incredible. It is the Harlem of the South, and it's really amazing to have the kids and even the national performers there, like Philip and our directors and all of our Broadway folks, and they're walking around the museum saying, "Oh my God! Like I thought New York and Harlem was actually the Harlem, but actually there's all these amazing juke joints and spots and folks and community that was here that also was connected to the outer world, whether it was Chicago or New York or whatever." So I think it's amazing because I kind of, or not kind of, I feel that Don't Miss a Beat is reimagining the spirit of La Villa and the individuals that really put the city on the map. And I think these kids are putting the city on the map in a new way in the world of musical theater and beyond.
Well, it's going to be a great production. Lion King Jr., July 24th, July 26th. It's at the Ritz Theatre and Museum. You can get more information at.
Don'tMissABeat.org.
All right. Thank you so much for being here, Isaiah, Mack, Mckinley Taylor, Ricca, and Ulysses Owens Jr. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Honored. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for